showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as Las Vegas welcomes the Pro Bowl for the first time. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. It is always exciting to see the very best the NFL has to offer all in one place. And we have that here this afternoon as we welcome you to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
The best players the NFL has to offer on one stage. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway here in Vegas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his fourth season from Wyoming. Scrimmage, and that's it. Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped out. A guy can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Yeah. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season. To throw is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable.
Our second look in this game at the NFC offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It's a big play for the NFC. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, Most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The AFC set to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. On 3rd down, Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted.
Everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 30. He'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 61 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium,
throwing now is Allen. This is caught. It's Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets. Full team for the 3rd time today. They'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Running from the gun. To the air again. Stafford. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he's got this down to the 3 before half. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot. And then heads out to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Stafford now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Play action. Stafford. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time. That's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
For the second time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now that's a big pickup right there.
Now Stafford. Catch made by Slayton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. But normally you might say
defenders in the box coming after him, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Stafford on first down. This one is
fast as he's thrown in this one already. He'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he's probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did. Pretty easy week heading into it. That the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means...
Now Allen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield, here's Allen. And one more time, here's Kirk on first and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Allen now on first down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by the defender of his caliber. Let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. And he'll go down
on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.